was.
Yeah,
Well, let me get a Marilyn Monroe with
He was
breast
definitely like
implants.
a big into body mods guy.
He only temporarily had them for a photo shoot. So he had them, but then he had them removed.
Temporary tits?
Yes. He had temporary tits.
Temporary tits is a good name for the podcast episode
that is
that
a
we're
good
not doing.
name.
Temporary tits. That's a good band name. Temporary tits. I'm fucking with it.
Yeah, you're right.
Marilyn Manson should have named his band that when he got them.
All right, let me.
What was his band's name?
I think it was just Marilyn Manson, wasn't it?
No one
knows.
knows.
Was it just called Marilyn Manson?
For the culture, I'm just gonna look up Marilyn Manson tits.
This
breast
can't backfire
implants.
live on Twitch.
Yeah, I hope you're not gonna like show that. Whatever you find on there, because
I'm watching. He's
not gonna be Twitch friendly.
It's too late. See, that's pretty classy.
I can't.
It's pretty. Wait. Let me full screen on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is such a good idea. Jeff is gonna love this.
Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world. I think he'll allow this. Why is this not opening? Come on. Oh, I already did.
Boy,
oh, this is just a tiny picture.
Sure.
This is just a tiny picture. Well, nice. There it is. Marilyn I keep saying Marilyn Monroe. Marilyn Manson's boobs. At first, when I saw it, I thought it was a Photoshop, and I remembered that I could be getting time wrong, but I'm pretty sure Photoshop wasn't that.
Dude, you're gonna see. No, stop, dude. Stop.
Stop looking at pictures of Marilyn Manson. Got it.
Stop putting tits into Google Images while you're on Twitch and then scrolling down. What are you thinking?
I'm sorry that you're so scared of tits, Sam.
I am. I am. I can't look.
Ew, boobs.
The only person who's more scared of boobs than me is Daddy Bezos himself.
Daddy Bezos. I was watching a video of apparently him coming back from his trip to space. He was like, Earth is it's so fragile and so precious, and there are no borders, and we gotta take care of the Earth because it's all ours. And I'm gonna move and he said, we need to move the pollution to space.
Honestly,
that's great. Man,
Jeff Bezos is probably one of the few people who could actually make a significant impact on our carbon footprint.
Yes,
so that's great.
Because we shouldn't be thinking about solutions to problems. We need to think about sweeping them under the different rug.
Why doesn't he just use his cajillion dollars to just, I don't know, make Amazon super eco-friendly and have his employees not pee in jars, and then I remember.
You know what's funny? I don't even know what he spends all of his money on, because that space trip wasn't like a big expense to him. It was probably like, oh, this is a cool little vacation thing.
Yeah, but like you have to remember too, they had to like test rockets and like how many things had to blow up before he could go up into space, and then the astronauts.
He had to get the dick shape exactly.
He created
right.
SpaceX, right?
No. That's.
Is that the other one?
That was
Elon Musk.
I get them mixed up all the time.
But Musk and Elon didn't invent space travel. One wants to die on Mars, the other wants to make an elevator to space so he can move his garbage there instead of clean up Earth. I don't know. I don't know. It was a weird thing for him to say.
I think space could fit all the garbage. It's pretty big. I don't know. I don't think that's a terrible idea.
I think it's a terrible idea. What are you talking about? You're just gonna create like projectiles that are gonna like hurtle to the Earth.
Yeah,
no, they will hurtle away from the Earth.
No, they won't. That's not how gravity works. Once they come into the Earth's atmosphere, they're going to turn into that loose soda can's going to turn into a fucking meteor that's going to like kill somebody.
They'd be in space, America. There is no gravity in space.
I'm saying, but what if it like I don't know, bounces off of Pluto and like it just enters in the Earth's atmosphere? You don't know. Space projectiles are dangerous.
How would it bounce off of Pluto?
I don't know, but like things things move in space, they don't stop moving. There's no friction. They just go.
Yeah, exactly. So how would it get back to Earth?
Okay, what if it hit an alien
Go in a straight
planet
line.
and killed them because we didn't think anything was in that direction, and then it just blows up their planet?
And they think that's a declaration of war.
Yeah, it's a whole butterfly effect. It's intergalactic travesty.
How would they if they were smart enough to trace it back to us? Why would they think it's a declaration of war if we just like throw trash into space?
They're just like, look, it's a bomb, and I just see a bunch of things that say "Made in China" on them.
It's not a bomb, and also they can't read. They're aliens. You know this.
Whoa! Sadly, aliens
Why would aliens be able to read English?
You're making assumptions, Sam. Maybe
I am making assumptions. I don't think an alien would know how to read English.
Maybe they'll look at it and just be like,
took like human studies in college as an elective or something.
Or maybe this is like Mass Effect where everyone speaks English, or it's like that
we're
scene.
Just speaking common.
It's that scene in Invincible where he's like, "Wait, you Martians speak English?" It's like we're speaking Martian. Think about it. We could be learning English. Could be secondhand. You ever think about that? Also,
that's pretty deep.
Back to Jeff Bezos in space. Someone brought up a really funny point. Was like, can someone please show Jeff Bezos the plot to Wall-E and why throwing trash in space is a bad idea?
Oh my god.
Can we throw trash in the sun?
Not a good idea.
Yeah.
Not a good idea.
Because you're thinking of like the level of like, oh, it's like a few garbage cans or whatever, but like,
no, not.
It's gonna
the
be
sun is big, man.
Yeah, no, it is. But
the
like,
sun
you gotta
is
remember
really
that every single thing that you throw at is just gonna speed up its heat death a little bit more.
I don't think that's how that would work.
Look,
I'm not gonna claim to be an astrophysicist or anything, but I think that.
Look, none of us are astro. No one's an astrophysicist. Let's just assume that throwing garbage into space is not a great plan. Okay.
Let's just assume that.
I don't know. I think things orbit around just like a satellite, right? How it orbits around the stratosphere. We're just gonna have a bunch of garbage floating around the Earth.
There's already a space.
All I'm saying is I would rather have garbage in space than just stay in our current situation.
I mean, it's like all right in between, but I think the goal should, of course, be like zero. Well, I mean,
yeah, it would be. I agree. We should just close every factory and become a green Earth right now.
Well, I mean,
everyone knows that,
no.
but there's bureaucracy on planet Earth, unfortunately, so we can't.
Damn those employment rates.
I love Earth.
However, if Amazon employees were starting to drive rocket trucks to space to dump off garbage every weekend, that's fine.
That would be quite the job to sign up for.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I feel
then
like
we get to hire more people for Amazon, so the bureaucracy.
Dude,
agrees.
imagine explaining to someone like, yeah, I'm an astronaut. I go to space every couple weeks, and they're like, wait a minute, are you a garbage man? You're just like, well, let's not call it that.
I don't know. I gotta disagree here because I feel like the amount of fuel alone to burn just to get the trash garbage rocket into toward the space would just like fuck up the stratosphere so much with more carbon that it's not even worth it. I feel like that one step forward of less trash would be like 5 steps back.
We'll get Elon Musk to make a space Tesla. It's all.
Did you guys see the?
I just want to gauge the room. Who else thinks flying cars is a really bad idea?
Well, people can't drive when it rains in New Jersey, so I kind of agree with you there.
Right, so, that's what I'm saying. Like, we can't trust people on a 2-dimensional road. How are we going to trust like open air?
I think people would crash less, but.
I think they'd crash more. Maybe less.
Maybe not as much into each other.
It depends. If you fly it like a plane and it's actually difficult to pilot, then yes, you're right. But
Well, I'm thinking like
half
just
the point
imagine
of a
any
car
sci-fi
is that
movie.
any idiot could drive a car. It's like really easy.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like there'd just be like this, I don't know, like 50 to 100 years where there's just people like learning to first fly their, they're learning to fly their first car with their parent, and you just hear a news report like, oh, another crash and burn today.
Well, I mean,
3 people died.
Trees are really tall.
Well, yeah, but I mean, crashing a car would also make you die.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's a lot harder to crash because you're not.
No, it's not.
'Cause
There's more things to run into. There's nothing to run into in the sky.
Are you gonna run into the ground in a
What if-
regular car?
What if you
Or
run
you
into
can't
a
in the
bird?
sky?
Oh, it's
man,
true
that
you
would-
can't run
that-
into the ground, but that's one direction you can't go in. Whereas with driving, there's a lot of directions you can't go in. I don't know. I just don't think it would. There's not that much to run into, and there's not much to look out for. And most traffic accidents
I
are
don't know,
people
like
running into each
whenever
other.
I see flying cars in like Mass Effect or the Jetsons or whatever, I just get anxious because they're flying pretty close to buildings, and that makes me nervous.
You know what
Yeah,
gets
I mean,
me?
if we're
Imagine
thinking of
the
like
9 to
Blade
5
Runner or
and they just-
something, are the
Imagine
people who are gonna crash into like skyscrapers or something? Probably not, really. Because, like, at that point, they're just driving on invisible roads, and people don't crash their cars into skyscrapers very often. So I don't think people would crash their flying cars into skyscrapers because there's actually no difference at that point.
You know what makes me anxious in the Jetsons? Those airport sidewalks they have that automate so they don't have to walk.
Oh yeah, that float thousands of feet in the air.
But not even the height thing, but like imagine how slow those things go. You ever been to an airport?
Yeah.
You ever seen how slow those things go? That'd be monotonous. It'd be to the point where you're just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna start walking, and then your knees snap because you've never walked before and your legs have atrophied. And yeah, that would bother me.
Talking about snapped legs.
Yeah, we're talking about snapped legs, August. How are you doing, August?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little tired and not wanting to do anything, but here I am. How's everyone? What's going on?
We're talking about the future. Talking about space trash and flying cars and Marilyn Manson's
A quick
boobs.
Google search says that anything that we try to throw into the sun will melt and ionize anything before it can even make contact. So throwing trash into the sun would just work fine, it sounds like. It's just like, we've never actually sent...
I think
it's just a lot of work to send anything that far.
Yeah.
Wait, so the ending to the Green Lantern movie is the key to saving Earth?
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
Dude, you are acting like I remember the end of the Green Lantern movie.
That's exactly how the Green Lantern movie ended. Ryan Reynolds punches the...
Mecca, that's
Ryan
stupid.
Reynolds was the Green Lantern?
The real lesson to learn
even
here
know.
is that Superman 4 was right all along. Just throw all the nukes into the sun. It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
that's
is
a
that
good-
what he did with
that's-
them? I thought he just threw them
That
away.
would be a lot of nukes.
Yeah, that's what he did with them. He just took them all in a net and threw them into the sun.
I preferred the Bruce Timm cartoon where he, I forgot what he did. He, piece by piece deactivated all of them. He took them all, and then he, with his science brain, I guess, turned them all off and made sure there wouldn't be any nuclear decay or none of that. And I was like, good job, Superman. I feel like that's what Superman would do. Stop nuclear
No, he
war.
threw them shits into the sun.
I mean, hey, it's already radioactive. So
Exactly.
who's it really hurting?
No one. Nobody know how.
Jeff Bezos, don't watch the stream and don't take me off of Twitch, which is technically your platform since you technically own the company. So the things said here by me and my friends are lies. You are the money god. You rule the world.
Let's not mess with billionaire Jeff Bezos. Anyway, let's talk about Disney.
First of all, wait, really quick, Mecca, when are you going to boycott Twitch? When's that starting?
What? Is there a boycott going on? I'm not aware.
I think people are like boycotting Twitch because there's hate raids going on,
What?
Hate raids? What's a hate raid?
where people will like mass join a stream just to like call someone the N word or something.
Oh, dude, finally.
Dude, let's do it.
Yeah, I
See,
figured that sounds like the thing Emeka would be the most happy about.
See, they don't know me. They're gonna be very disappointed. I'll be like, what did you guys just say? Let's all say it together. Hard R and everything. I love it. Ah, more.
Anyway, yeah, Disney. What about Disney?
I didn't have anything to say. I just wanted to make a joke. If you have anything to say about Disney, I mean, always.
I know I do. I
Ooh, okay.
love Mickey Mouse. That's it. He's great.
I love
He's
Mickey
a funny
Mouse.
little
That
guy.
is all.
He's a funny little guy. What can I say?
My lawyer has
think he's
told me
underrated.
that I should enjoy Mickey Mouse.
Underrated underground.
Despite Mickey Mouse being the most popular character of all time, it's hard to not feel sometimes that he might still be underrated.
Question for you, Sam.
Yeah,
What if you woke up one day and
it's strange.
you? Okay, that's it. Well, what if you woke up one day, screamed, and then you checked, I don't know, whatever. You decided to check the news that day because you like to be informed. You like to see what the politicians are doing, and you
I
learned the news that you have been declared to have the biggest penis in the world. Not that like it's gotten bigger, but everyone else's has just gotten smaller. Even. And
I wouldn't believe them. Like, you know, I've I've a respectable size, but
check all the
you
Reddit
know,
forums and,
I've seen
what
like
the hell?
porno before, so I know they're lying.
August is
Check all
saying
their-
all their. He's saying
Yeah,
all their
check
dicks
all their-
deflated.
They'd have to
Like-
prove it to me. I wouldn't believe them.
check all the Reddit forums. It's like, what the hell? Am I the asshole? My dick just got smaller, and I don't know how it happened. Who the fuck's this Sam Hintz guy? Everyone's coming out. Everyone knows.
I
I
think.
would
I
just
think.
try really hard to think of how I could use this to promote my children's book, but I don't know if I'd be able to do it.
Brought to you by the person with the world's biggest Johnson. Hey kids.
Yeah, basically, that's what I'd end up doing. I'd basically make my Twitter post where I'd be like, "Wow, this blew up suddenly. Time to plug my art." Haha. I'd do that.
I think I think there'd be a cultural shift in which everyone would be like, you know what? Big dicks are overrated anyway. Small dicks are where it's at as like a cope, and then Sam would be the outcast because he's the outlier.
Ooh, return to.
I mean,
ancient
that's
Greece.
fine.
Yeah.
I don't really mind. I think
Yeah, but the
suddenly
ancient
people-
Greeks like
I
small
think if
dicks for a
suddenly
different
people were
reason.
repulsed by big wieners, I don't think that would really affect my life that much.
I think the ancient Greeks liked small penises because they liked
Small
femboys.
bodies.
They liked femboys and tomboys.
Mm. I don't know, but like when
That's
you see like those...
very insightful.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
also like
they-
when you see like the statues of like Heracles, I should say, or like any of the Greek
Nerd.
gods, they still have.
They explained it to me in art history. They said that it was a motif or symbol representing that our animalistic selves, our carnal desires, were inferior compared to our human intellect, our brain. That's why our muscles and our brain, like their heads, were emphasized more than their Johnsons, and that's why in like depictions of
Whoa.
like what's it called, the what's that ancient creature, the Minotaur? No, the ones that hang out with Hercules in the movie and they're like really funny, but like they do bad things like in the
Oh,
mythology.
Oh, not a centaur.
The goat people. I don't know what they're called.
Satyrs.
See, is that what they're called?
Yeah.
Sure.
Satyr, Faun, and Roman.
So the satyrs. I feel like that's not right, but so anyway,
That's right.
That's what they're called.
they'd be depicted in sculptures with having really big dicks, representing that they're animalistic and not as evolved as a human. That's the motif. I think they just like ass more, and that's why. That's my headcanon, at least.
No, yeah.
Instead of using their head, we get head, and we're a better species for it.
This has to be the horniest stream today.
I don't know. I was only
Those
fascinated
ancient
by that
Greeks.
because like when I took classes like that mentioned ancient Greece and like their art, it just kind of stopped at like they just did it with small ones, moving on, and that was it. There was never like a further explanation. So
Well, my history teacher went into depth with it because we'd have tours through the Chicago Museum, and she would explain why that was, and I was like, no one asked. She just explained it, and I was like, okay, sure.
Sounded like you said, went to death. Like she died thinking about these ideas.
No, she hated Greek mythology and Greek and Roman culture. She thought it was she thought those cultures were overrated and were just highly derivative of ancient Lithuania anyway. So
That's
she'd
a
go on
pretty
this.
hot take.
I believe her. I don't know. So she'd say basically ancient Greece and Rome kind of whitewashed a lot of their cultural achievements, like the aqueducts and the
It's like
Great
how
Library.
It's like how My Hero Academia came out and ripped off Scientific Railgun. And people just thought it was better.
Scientific Railgun?
That's really only a thing. Me and Sam got Natsu got really mad because
What is Scientific Railgun? What is that?
It's an anime. Let me look it up. Scientific Railgun. A certain Scientific Railgun. It's an anime that I guess has students with superpowers. What is it?
No, it's just
Right?
a city with superpowers, I thought.
Anyway, they have
No
superpowers.
one cares.
And Sunny was like, fucking My Hero Academia got popular, but nobody watched Scientific Railgun, the pieces of shit. And that's about it.
Yeah, but
Very strange.
yeah, but by that logic, everyone saw My Hero Academia, but no one watched Sky High.
Everyone
It's-
watched Sky High.
No, not everyone.
Yes.
Not everyone. I
Sky
did,
High
but
was
not
like,
everyone.
hugely popular. What are you
No,
talking
it-
about?
No, it was not. What are you talking about? Pretty
You know,
sure.
everybody.
Was there a Sky High 2?
Was there a My Hero Academia too?
Yeah, there's a freaking spin-off show. What are you talking about?
There
They have a
is?
spin-off.
Fuck.
Yeah, there's like a spin-off show. It's insanely
I think
popular.
they might also have a movie.
I mean, it's not okay. Sky High is not as popular as My Hero Academia, but that's because it was a cheaply made Disney Channel movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't like popular. It wasn't like
Yes.
if we're comparing it to
All
other
of the
Disney
Channel
things.
movies were super popular. All the stupid kids would watch them all the time and be like,
Was Doug's
What?
first movie popular? Answer the question.
"No." Okay. When I say Disney Channel movie, also, fuck you. Back then it was called Toon Disney, so it's not even a Disney Channel movie. Fuck you.
Whatever. Toon Disney, Disney XD, all the same thing, man.
Well, no, those are not the same thing. Disney XD is actually just a different channel.
It's all under the same mouse. The mouse owns all of it. Is there
It's true.
same demographic? I don't see the difference.
Look, if we're going off of what the mouse owns Fox. So like, Fox and Friends
That's
is on
true.
this list. Is
That's true.
Fox and Friends
Fox
popular?
News. Fox News is one of your Disney Channel shows.
Dude.
yeah.
What a
Everyone knows.
weird reality we're in.
Yeah, everyone knows that Tucker Carlson is Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, He's just
No,
another
he's
Disney
fucking
Channel movie
goofy.
character. Just another funny character like Maniac McGee.